A warm welcome to you, the faithful of the Diocese of London. Now that the churches of our diocese are able to open for the public celebration of Mass, we have prepared this short video to show you some of the changes we have put in place to keep our community safe. I know how painful the closure of our churches over the past 3 months has been for all of us. And the news that we can now return to them is truly an occasion of great joy. Some churches have already reopened, and the rest will open over the next 2 weeks. This video will introduce you to some of the changes we have put in place. We all share in the responsibility to follow these measures so that our churches will be safe and remain open for worship. We understand that some people will not feel comfortable returning to church at this time. I want to assure them that the dispensation from the obligation of Sunday Mass will remain in effect. A number of our churches will continue to live stream their Masses for the spiritual nourishment of our people until they feel safe to return. Now that our churches are opening, I join you in thanking God for the blessings He pours out on us. Our Blessed Mother Mary cares for us. Through her intercession, may God protect us from all harm and fill us with His merciful love.
As Bishop Abro has said, the reopening of our worship spaces and the return to public worship is truly a joyful occasion for the Diocese of London. However, we want to ensure that we reopen our churches in a manner which is prudent and responsible and which allows for the reverent celebration of the Eucharist and the other sacraments and rites of worship. Please do not come to Mass or enter the church if you are exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19 such as fever, cough, fatigue, runny nose, chills involving shakes, muscle aches, shortness of breath, loss of appetite, loss of sense of taste or smell, or if you have been in contact with someone who has had COVID-19 or traveled outside of Canada in the last 14 days. Upon the reopening of your worship space, you will notice several changes when you come to Mass. These directives and guidelines are to ensure we keep our community safe and protect our fellow parishioners from the spread of the coronavirus. Most parishes are asking parishioners to call in advance or reserve a seat using an online platform. Please arrive early. You may be asked to wait outside of the church so that you can be seated in a safe manner. Please ensure that you respect physical distancing guidelines from people not in your group while waiting in line. When the church opens, please enter in an orderly manner. Once inside, please take a moment to sanitize your hands. In some parishes, volunteer ushers will be present to help you with hand sanitizer, or you can use the dispensers provided. Ushers will guide you to your seats. Groups from the same household can sit together. In most cases, you won't be able to choose your pew. It is important to fill the church in an orderly manner from front to back to avoid close contact with others. Ushers will ensure you are seated so as to maintain a 2-meter or 6-foot distance from other parishioners. At this time, there will be no communal singing during Mass. All responses will be spoken. Please follow your priest's instructions. As you'll see, hymnals and prayer books have been removed from the pews temporarily so as to avoid contact spread of the virus. When it's time for the communion procession, you will notice several changes. Please follow the usher's guidance and form an orderly procession using the markings on the floor. When you reach the front of the line, stop at a 2-meter distance from the priest or Eucharistic minister and wait for them to say, "The body of Christ." From a 2-meter distance, reply with Amen, and then step forward to receive communion in your hand.
Body of Christ.
Amen. When the priest or minister of communion places the host in your hand, step 2 meters to the side, remove your mask by the ear loop, and consume the host. Then replace your mask and return, as directed by the usher, to your seat. If the minister inadvertently touches the communicant's hand, the minister will sanitize his or her hands before the next communicant approaches. When Mass is over, follow the instructions of the priest and ushers to the marked exits. In many cases, this will mean that the back rows leave first to help people easily maintain physical distancing. By adhering to the safety measures in a responsible manner, we can keep each other safe and ensure our places of worship can remain open for Mass and other rites and celebrations. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you.